Hey G Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode has this cool image on here, and pretty much what this is a Fire TV. For this one in particular, it's called a Fire TV Omni, and this one in particular is the QLED. If you guys see my previous video, I actually reviewed another one before, I think like a year ago, and that one is like the regular LED screen, but it is like a Fire TV Omni as well. This time right here, we do have like the QLED that's a little bit different, and it's a little bit better in terms of what is actually included. So pretty much what's included for this one is very similar. It does have 4K. It still has Dolby Vision, but this one has the Dolby Vision IQ. It has a hands-free option of Alexa, just like the previous one I showed you guys before, a year ago. And you can see for the one that I got right here is a 43-inch, which is like the smallest one that they do have. If you guys want to go for the big one, feel free to do so. They actually have a lot of different sizes available. I think the biggest one available is like the 75-inch. So if you guys do have the space for it, you can definitely get that instead. And obviously, since it is a Fire TV, that may actually have like the built-in app on here. So that way I don't have to plug in like a Fire TV stick or anything, which is really cool. So right here is what the package looks like when you guys do get it. Let me actually open up and show you guys what the inside looks like first. So let's bring it down. Let me turn it this way. So that way you can see what it actually looks like when we do take it out. So here's the inside. And we see how it's all nicely wrapped up and all the different parts inside. So what I'm doing right now is take everything out and put it on the table to show you guys what it looks like. So I'll probably just cut this part of the video and then just put everything on the table to show you guys what it looks like to save you guys some time. Alright, so once you guys do take it out, this is everything that's inside. So they do have the protection layer inside to protect the TV when you guys do get it. And right near that or right next to that, they do give you guys everything else. So they do provide guys two of the feet that you can use if you guys want to use the stand option. Or if you guys want to mount this on the wall, you do have the option available. For this test, I'll probably just use the mount option on the table to show you guys what it actually looks like. And then right here, they do provide a cable to actually plug it in to actually activate it. They do provide you guys a remote. This one, I believe it might be the Fire TV Pro. I'm not sure if that's the one, but you can see right here, this is a remote that's provided for you guys. They do provide you guys two AAA battery for the remote. They provide you guys some screws, probably for you to mount the actual stand. And right here, they do provide you guys the user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. And that's everything that's in the bag right here. Where right here, we do have the actual product. If you can see how it's all nicely wrapped up, so that way it's not brand new. But what I'm doing right now is take off the wrapper and take it out to show you guys what TV looks like. Obviously, since it is a TV, you do want to handle with care, since it does use the QLED screen. So once you guys take it out, this is what the product looks like. So right here, they do provide you guys instruction to teach you guys how to use it. In terms of the power button, the microphone off and on switch, and also the LED indicator light, which is right here in the bottom. So the middle part right here is the power button, and this is probably the mic. Let me bring the camera a little closer to show you guys what I mean. So you see right here is a piece of paper that I mentioned. So they show you guys where everything is. So right here is indicator light, and then right here is the button. So this is power button, and this is the switch for you guys to turn on and turn off the microphone. So that way you can get your own privacy when you guys are not using it. Similar to what you guys get for the Alexa or Echo Dot and Echo Show and Echo devices. I believe on the bottom right here is probably the speaker. And this part right here is where you guys want to mount the actual stand. Same thing for this side. If you can see how it's labeled L and R. But right here is what the TV looks like. Let me turn around to show you guys the back part as well. So when I turn to the back, this is what the back part looks like. Let me bring it a little bit closer. So see the back part right here is not too big. It has all different parts on here that is probably neat. And when you guys turn aside, on the side right here is a different HDMI port for you guys to plug it in terms of input and output. So there's an Ethernet option, 3 HDMI, 1 HDMI 2.1, 1 cable and antenna option, 1 USB, a aux option, and an optical option. And if you guys turn to the other side, on this side right here is where you guys want to plug in the cable to actually activate it, which is the cable that I showed you earlier. And that is pretty much everything that's on here. And if you guys can see for the actual TV itself, when you guys look at it inside, it's actually very slim. It's not that big or not that bulky compared to your normal TV that's like back in the day, which is like a huge square. This one's a very thin and very slim TV, which is really awesome. But what I want to do right now is actually set it up in terms of the stand option, and we'll actually remove the screen, and we'll also plug it in to show you guys how well it does work. So the first thing I want to do right now is set up the stand first. Oh, before I just set the stand for the bottom part, I do want to show you guys where you guys want to mount it on the wall if you guys want to. So if you guys want to mount it on the wall, it's pretty much back part right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is how you have to mount it. So feel free to mount it on the wall if you guys do have the correct tools and the correct product. If you guys don't, you do want to get it first. They do have like different mounting accessories for you to use for the wall, whether if you guys want the full motion option or the tilting option. But now let's set up the stand. So it doesn't look like there's any tool provided for you, so you guys have to use your own tool to screw it on. Let me go get my tool. All right, so I got my tool. We're gonna need to use the screws, and we'll open this up. see how it's all nicely wrapped up so that way it knows it's brand new. But let's take it out. So on the bottom of the stand, you can see how it does have like a non-slip material to prevent it from moving around when you guys do use it. But what you guys want to do is just put this on. Let me move it a little bit out. And what you guys want to do is just put this on right here, fit it into the hole. If it doesn't fit, then that means wrong way. So you have to use another one. So it should go in like that. And once you guys got it in, you guys want to use a screw to screw it in. So one on each side. Let's take out the screw first. So there should be a total of 4 screws inside, 2 for each end. So screw it on. Do the same thing for top one and that side as well. Alright, let's do this side. Alright, so that should be good. What I'll do right now is remove the screen right here for the protection layer. Once you guys remove it, then you guys can bring it up and then plug it in the back. Alright, so now that we got it up, let's plug it in to power it on. So I'm gonna plug the cable in the back part right here. If the cable is not long enough, you guys can feel free to extend it using your own extender. So it's not long enough, let me move it over. So while that's powering on, let me put a battery inside the remote to test it out. Alright, so just like any other Amazon remote, you guys want to take it out, put it inside. Close it back up. And now we're ready to start using it. So let's do power on. You can see how it does turn on. So it might take a few minutes for it to load up, but we can see the indicator light on the bottom to let you guys know that's on. So this is pretty much what the screen looks like when you guys do turn it on. If you can see the coverage on here is actually pretty big since it is 43 inch. Like I mentioned, if you guys want to get the bigger ones like 65 inch, 75 inch, feel free to do so. We're just waiting for it to load up. All right, so still loading, if you can see. Once you guys got it on, it tells you guys to set it up. So choose your language, etc. And when you guys do purchase it, you do have the option to link all your account together already. So that way, when you guys finish this step right here, you don't have to connect it or anything. It should do it automatically for you. So I'm gonna finish this step right here first and show you guys what it looks like when we do test it out. So right now it's downloading the latest software. So it might take a few minutes or a few seconds. All right, so while it's still updating, I want to talk about the remote. So when you guys look at the remote that's included for you guys when you guys do purchase it, this one in particular is only available for the Fire TV TV itself, not for any other device. The way how they design it is only for the smart TV from the Fire TV brand like this one. Compared to this one, if you can see, this is the other one from the Amazon brand that isn't used for any Fire TV stick. So that's the difference on here. You can see how the button's slightly different. This one has Prime Video, Disney Plus, Netflix, and Hulu. This one only has Prime Video, Netflix, Peacock, and DirecTV. So that's the difference. And our TV is restarting, so it should be almost done soon. So it looks like I don't need to do anything because they're all set. Like I mentioned, when I purchased it, it does give me guys the option to link it for you before you guys do get it. It just takes a few minutes. So now looking for network and everything to set it up. All right, so it looks like it's done. It found my account. So I want to continue. And it'll tell you guys to set up a few things. So I'll tell you guys if you guys want to use the voice command, etc. So pretty much voice command is pretty much like using Alexa, using the voice instead of like using the Fire TV remote right here, the press right here. You guys can just turn it on to actually use it. So I'll turn it on for now. If you guys are existing customer, then you guys can just restore everything on here. So that way I don't have to download everything one by one. So let me see how I found my device. So now restoring. And now give you guys a hand-free Alexa option if you guys want to press right there. And to show you guys everything else that I do have available. So now it's loading. We don't want this, but if you guys want it, feel free to add it. Now I'll let you guys choose what you guys do have. So if you guys want to use it, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can skip it for now. We'll skip this for here. And welcome to Fire TV. It tells you guys a little bit about it. So if you guys already have like a Fire TV stick before, then you guys know how to use it. This one in particular is just like a whole Fire TV itself. And it gives you guys the option to add TV channels if you guys do have the option. For right now, we'll skip it. But really, I'll give you guys the option to add your own channels if you guys do have like DirecTV or anything. So once we got it all set up, this is what the app looks like, or this is what the product looks like. You can see how everything loads up pretty fast. If I go swipe left and right, up and down, you can see how smooth everything works on here. And then what I'm doing right now is test it out. So I'm actually playing a quick little video to show you guys how well the test works when we do use it. On the corner right here, you can see how it mentions if you guys want to connect it onto your Echo device for a much more immersed sound. So for example, if you guys connect it onto your Echo speaker, you do have the option available, which is really cool. So for example, if you guys do have the Echo Studio like what I do have, you guys can connect it and put one on each side when you guys do use it to give you guys that immersive sound. For this test, we'll just use it as is for now. All right, so I just play a quick little video to show you guys what the screen looks like when you guys do use it. If you can see the video quality and everything on here definitely looks pretty good. But I'm actually increase the volume. So that's a quick little test to show you guys the image quality and also the audio quality on here. What I'm doing right now is just test out the Alexa on here to show you guys how it does work. So instead of using the button on here, we're gonna activate it on here. Alexa, can you hear me?
I'm here. I listen once I hear the wake word.
Alexa, can you go back home? So really quickly, you have the option available on here to use the hands-free and also voice assistant or even like the voice control for the Alexa option. So that way you guys don't have to use both, which is pretty awesome. And let's say, for example, if you guys want to use something on like maybe Netflix, maybe YouTube, or even like Prime Video, you guys can tell it to turn it on. So let's say, for example, Alexa, turn on Prime Video.
Here's Prime Video.
And it turns on for you, which is pretty cool. So here are all the different videos you can watch on here if you guys do a Prime Video. And while it's on here, if you guys want to go somewhere else, let's say, for example, if you guys want to go on like Netflix or YouTube, Alexa,
everyone knew who the family was.
turn on YouTube.
As early as I can
Okay.
remember, TLC
It turns on YouTube. Alexa, go home. So you can see the product definitely works pretty well when you do use it. A lot of things that on here is actually very similar in terms of what you guys do get compared to the one that I showed you before, which is the Omni TV. That one was a little bit different. What's new about this one is the fact that the technology that's built in is much more responsive and faster. You can see how when we do move up and down, left and right. And then the other thing is the fact that it does have a QLED instead of a LED screen, which is pretty cool. And obviously for the other stuff, like the small stuff, there's like small stuff that's actually a little bit different. Let me take a look really quick just to double check. If you guys even want to and look at the listing, they do tell you guys as well. So for this one, it's one of the newer TV that came out. This is the 2022 or 2023 version that came out. But pretty much it's 4K. It has like the different screen size. It has HDR10, HGL, Dolby Vision IQ, which the previous one did not have. The one that's like the Omni series, which is not the QLED option or QLED, that one had a Dolby Vision only, not the Dolby Vision IQ. And for this one, it does have adaptive. It has the gaming option, and it does have HDR10+. So a lot of new technology on here to give you guys the best image quality, video quality, and the best color you can see. So those are some of the things that's actually pretty new on here. And before I forget, let me bring the camera a little closer to show you guys the site in terms of what you guys do get, what actually looks like for the HDMI option. So I'm gonna turn this way, and we're gonna bring the camera a little bit closer. So right here is the site. So Ethernet, HDMI, cable or antenna, USB, IR emitter, headphone option, an optical cable option right here. So this actually looks like on the side. And then obviously on the other side where you guys do plug in cable, but this is what the pod looks like on the side. And before I forget to show you guys, in the bottom right here, we do have the interior light. So this actually looks like in the bottom. And if you guys want to turn off the microphone, just turn it left and right here. There's a switch in the bottom. So right now it's on. If I do turn it or push it, they do have a red indicator light that pops on to show you guys that mute. If you guys turn it back, it turns off. So now the microphone is on. And right here is what the screen looks like. And just to give you guys an idea of what it sounds like before and after using the actual speaker that's on here compared to the speaker when you guys use a separate one, let me show you guys the difference. So right here is the Echo Studio. If you guys do have two of them on the side by side, it'll give you guys that high quality 360 audio. So I'm actually activate this and connect it. So it might take a few minutes to actually turn on, or a few seconds. But pretty much for you guys to set it up, you guys want to go to your settings. And you just want to connect it onto the device, which should be under the sound, or maybe even input. But I'll give it a try for a sound first. So we have to go to sound, Alexa Home Theater. They tell you guys to actually connect it on here. So to create a more immersive sound experience by pairing up two speakers and an optional subwoofer to your Fire TV. But we only have one, so we'll probably just connect this one. So I'll tell you guys how if you guys do turn it on, it'll increase the power consumption on your device. And now looking for the device. So I'll give you guys the option to select two. But for this test, we're just gonna wait for this one to turn on, and we'll use this one only. So this is the Echo Studio. The Echo Dot with the clock or the speaker, we won't use that one because it's not strong enough. But if you guys do want to, feel free to use it. That one's a little bit too small, but it does give you guys a good speaker that's probably even better than the one that's included on here. But like I mentioned, for this test, we'll just use this one. So this one's still loading up, so it might take a few minutes or a few seconds. All right, so it should be done. Let's rescan. All right, so I found it. So I'll just use one. Now let's turn it on. So obviously this option right here is optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. So I'll give you guys the option to test it out. So let's test it. So you see the quality on here definitely looks super high quality when you guys do look at it. And the volume on here is coming from right here. If you guys want to increase the volume, feel free to press right here. Alright, so see if in that little test, you can totally imagine what actually would look like and what actually sounds like when you guys are to use it to watch like a movie or something, to give you guys that home theater experience, especially if you guys do get two of these or maybe four of these, two in the front and two behind you and you guys do set it up. That'll give you guys a home theater experience for sure, so that way you're watching a movie at home. So what I'll do right now is play a video or something and test it out to show you guys how well it does sound when we do use it with this one instead. So what I'm doing right now is to actually test out the audio to show you guys what it actually sounds like if you guys would use it. So I'll play a song on here. And see how I actually show you guys a song on here that's on Spotify. And then you can see right here, we do have a speaker. And when you guys control the volume on here, you guys can use remote. You can see how it's going down and now it's going up. So once you guys got connected onto your home theater, onto your Fire TV, then you do have the option to control the volume on here instead of here. But once you guys got it disconnected, then you guys don't have the option to connect it or use it anymore. But when you hear the audio, the speaker that's on here is actually really strong. It's a very cool device if you guys want to pair it together to give you guys that home theater or that immersive experience. So that's a quick little test to show you guys what the audio sounds like and what the image quality looks like when you guys do use it with the Echo Studio. Obviously, if you guys do use it with a movie or something, it'll sound a lot better. But due to copyright, I can't really play a lot of like movie just because I want to make sure I follow the rule. But as in here, when you guys do use it, it actually sounds pretty good, especially if you guys do pair with the Echo Studio. It will give you guys the best experience when you guys do use it. And obviously, once you guys are done, you guys can feel free to close the TV if you guys want to, or just leave it on. But here is what the product looks like once you guys do set it up. You can see it definitely works pretty well and very easy for you to set it up. If you guys do mount it on a wall, it probably take a little bit more time because you guys have to screw it on and drill it on, etc. And the tool is not included, so you guys need to purchase yourself. But you can see the product definitely works pretty well and actually looks pretty cool when you guys do use it to give you guys that full best on experience. If you guys want to use the HDMI option, the built-in Fire TV option, or any other channels, if you guys do have like DirecTV or even Xfinity or anything else, whatever channels provider that you guys do use. But that is everything that's on the product. Now to come unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this product, I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. If you guys need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality smart TV that give you guys an option in terms of everything that I mentioned, in terms of different channels, the built-in Fire TV, smart TV option, and everything else that I mentioned on here, then I do have to say that it's pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.